We have already completed the poem London's Summer Morning. Four stanzas we have explained, and today we shall continue with the fifth stanza of the poem London's Summer Morning. So let us open the page 76. Dart now the sun, dart burning splendor on the glittering pane, save where the canvas owing thrones a shade. On the gay merchandise now sprouse and trim, in the shop where beauty smiles with industry. Sits on the smart dustmill while the passenger. Okay, so now the sun darts splendor on the glitter's pane. The meaning is that now the sun is brightly shining and the streets, the sun shines brightly, and the canvas owing means a piece of strong material supported by a frame that provide protection from the weather. So it's already telling that the streets are, the sun is brightly shines, and the things which is kept on the shop, the pail, the dishes which is kept on the shop, when the sun shines on it, it brights. And also the canvas sewing, which is the things which is kept inside the shop, the dishes, they are protected by the canvas sewing, that is a piece of strong material supported by the frame. So which are the things which is kept inside the shop, they are protected. That is what it is saying. Okay, and the next line is on the what is the next line? So where the canvas sewing means which are under the shade, they are protected. Okay. On the gay merchandise, here it is talking about the beauty parlor. So the beauty parlor, gay merchandise sits. The gay merchandise now sprouse and trim. Spouse and trim means neat and smart in appearance. Okay, and there's the brightly cheerful. The gay merchandise means the brightly cheerful. Okay, and the sits in the smart decimale. Decimale means the virgin. So here it is talking about the shop, beauty shop, the beauty parlor we can say. So the who sits there? The virgins sits there, and while the passengers peep through the window, watching every charm. Okay, while so she is sitting in the shop and watching every beauty and every passenger who is passing through the on the road by the window, by sitting by the window. Now the pastry dainties catch the eye minute of humming insects, while the limby snare waits to enthrall them. The pastry means, what is the pastry means? A delicate looking cake. We can say that pastry cake. Okay, and minute means very small. Humming insects, the sound of the insects, humming insects. Limby snare, what is the limby snare means? The limby snare means lime, that was the name of the sticky substance that is used to spread on the paper to stick to catch the insects. So we said that what is the term? The pastry dainties are for kept buying the kept on the shop to buy the for the customers to buy the pastry. Okay, what happened then? The pastry dainties are for buying the customers, and the humming insects get catch in the lumpy snare, a kind of sticky. What's the lumpy snare means? A kind of sticky paper. So when the insect come on the pastry cake, by the getting the sweet smell, it comes, and that is the kind of white paper is a sticky paper is covered with the dainties. Okay, so it touch on that paper. The insects become insects is caught in that white kind of paper. That is what the poet is telling. So the next line it is telling about now the lamplighter mounts the tall ladder, nimbly ventures to trim the half-filled lamps. Okay, about the now the poet is telling about the lamplighters. We have read in the previous chapter also in 1700s. In London, there was no street lamp. So the lamp lighters were lighting the lamp. Okay, so here also now the poet is telling about the lamp lighters. They come and they take the ladder and one is standing catching hold of the ladder and the other one is cleaning the lamp and putting the oil in the lamp to light the lamp. So by mistake or whatever it is, the lamp pours down and that also the people are yelling and shouting at them. Okay, that also the writer is poetry is telling about it. So, all along the sultry pavement, the hot, pavement means the road, the hot pavement, the old clothman cries in tone monotonous. Monotonous means a dull voice, okay, while sidelong views the areas for his traffic. Now, who comes here? The old man comes in a poor old cloth man is shouting for the customers to come and buy his product. So who is the next line the poet is telling about the old man. The old man comes in a torn dress and he is calling out the customers to come and buy his product. Okay, so here it is filthy means a dishonest man, okay, or a shrewd. So here it is the writer is telling about some of the clothes the old man sells have been worn by already. This is a second hand cloth. So here the old man comes and selling the second hand cloth. Already person who wore that cloth and second hand cloth it is. So he is calling out the customers to come and buy that. And also due to wear and tear and because of the simple reason that someone has brought it once already and that is why the cloth that he is selling cost less than new cloth. So because it is second hand cloth, the price is very less. So he is calling out to buy the cloth from him. That is the next line the poet is telling. Okay, so the next for the half of its worth. So only the half of its worth because it is green abyss. Green abyss means less in price. Green abyss. The meaning of that is an abyss is a deep pit. The image of green pit is used here to mean that the value of goods decreases. So the value of goods is decreases means the price of that second hand cloth decreases. Very less price compared to the new cloth. So poor people are coming and buying the cloth. Now what is at the last the writer is telling about their area is the area is of traffic. Now the bag is silsily opened and the half-worn suit. Sometimes the pilfered treasure of the base domestic spoiler. For the one half its worth sinks the green abyss. Now the last line. The porter now bears his huge doll along the burning bay, and the poor poet wakes from the busy dreams to paint the summer morning. So now now all that the poet is dreaming all about. Now the traffic is getting down and the people are moving one by one and the shop is closing. People collect all the things and put them into the bag and carry it on their home. So it is late and they are closing the shop. And now the poet is getting out from the dreams and he comes out his busy dream to write the beautiful poem on the summer morning. So now the writer can imagine that he was dreaming, and he is rising from the dream, and he started to write the poem, which is the London summer morning. So dear students, when you read this poem, you come across so many difficult words. Okay, it's a very tough poem with the difficult words, and you have to learn from the word power which is given here, many word meanings, and also I have explained here is the different things of the London street, the noisy street which is shown in the poem. Okay, different what all things are happening the London streets. So different kinds of things, the varieties of trade, the people, and the shop, the beauty sitting, and the pastry cake, and the humming insects comes and there, and this chimney boys, and at the last the comes across the old man who is very poor and selling the second hand cloth, and also while everything is over, the poet is coming out of his her dream and started to write the poem London Summer Morning. That's all, dear students. Thank you for listening. Okay.